And that's how using a starlight as well. All speeds up again.
Yep. With secrets too. Yeah, that's actually a really well hidden secret. Your only cue is that the road goes into the wall. So also one up back there. You can run back and get it if you so desire. I don't, because even though I have 9 lives, I'm somewhat confident in my abilities. I should to not suck. He said as he got hit by an Orbinaut. I pretty much speak for. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me just go. I just have to move off screen and then move back, and the thing will be reset. Unfortunately, the Orbinaut does too. I really. Starlight Zone Orbinauts are actually worse than the other ones because they never throw their spike balls on you. They're basically like the launch base point vibe version of Orbinauts. It's just they don't like pause when you pause and move when you move. They just constantly move in one direction and never stop. Act 1 of Starlight also technically has a secret exit, but it's kind of really cryptic to get to. What?
Okay, how did that happen?
Not sure, but yeah, anyways, you see this pathway down below me? Like that one thing right there. That's technically where the other, I believe, if I remember correctly, that's where the other alternate exit is, but I believe I've already missed my chance in order to try and get down to it. So, we kind of have to just deal with it as we go with it. But yeah, that's Act 1 done. Time for Act 2. Why'd I do that? I've had times where I did that, like, that spring launch, and it then landed right on top of the Orbinaut when I came back down, with no rings. It's just kind of like sweet vindictive justice for Eggman already. Another case where I really wish I had Spin Dash. The Spin Dash at least helps with, like, What? Are you kidding me? Freaking tile set not being level with the ground. Then again, with Sonic 1, why am I not? I should not be surprised. I think I'm going a little bit way too fast for my own pleasure. Or pleasure. Wait, what? And that's the end of Act 2. That was a lot faster. There is a secret in that zone. Another secret there. If you stick to the top path for the most part, you can actually get 50 rings, which is actually fitting, because Act 2 of Starlight is actually the last time you can get a Chaos Emerald in the game. Yeah, Scrap Brain does not have special stage ring placements for some reason. Mainly because of background. Mainly due to the fact of background elements and the like. It's just the giant ring would have taken up space that it needs for background assets. Which kind of makes sense, because, you know, you got the shooting fire in the background and everything.
Kreg pleasures himself by taking hard paths.
Well, you know, sometimes you gotta have a little bit of a challenge, you know? Sometimes going the easy way is nice, but sometimes...
think about it.
Oh, you're saying I like it hard. Shut up, SWAT. that part always makes me a little bit uneasy, just that row of bombs in the ceiling.
And the fact that you have to run past them just as they're exploding and just when your invincibility runs.
Pretty much. The bombs are like... Oh, here's... Oh, that reminds me. Another... Ow. Freaking remember that. As you can see right here, another example of the breakable wall. You see how the floor is going through? If I can get enough speed... If I can get enough speed... For God's sake. Come on. Okay, fine. I'll get on the ramp and do it.
Maybe that isn't breakable.
No, it is.
Oh, there it goes. You had to go so far back the Orbinaut respawned.
There are so many bombs in this zone. It's ridiculous.
At least those you can run by with invincibility.
Yeah, and with relative safety. And now this boss fight. This actually can become really difficult because if you die to this boss fight somehow, you restarted the checkpoint with no rings. Which means that... And that's another problem. Eggman can just sometimes drop the bombs right on top of you. Okay, let's see. Hit. Nah, I'm not gonna make that. In the really crappily made Sonic Genesis, this boss became an absolute joke. Because of screen crunch. You don't even need the seesaws. And let me just bounce it out so it's nice and even like this. And no, gotta have it even. And no. Come on. I'm a stickler for consistency, okay? There. We can now leave it in symmetrical harmony as we head off to the final zone.
I've got to say, I think the next zone has possibly my favourite music in this entire game.
Oh, Scrap Brain! Scrap Brain is a real... Yeah, Scrap Brain.
Brilliant piece of music.
The OC remix version of this, I believe it's called Clockwork... The OC remix version of this zone is actually really good. I believe, if I remember correctly, the track in that album was called Clockwork Criminal. A reference to one of its past names. It was actually originally known as Clockwork Zone before getting changed to Scrap Brain. I'm sorry, Clockwork Zone, because there was no W.
Yeah, no W.
I still love it. It's just like Clockwork. What's an orc? I thought this was Sonic, not an MMO. Kinda took a leap of...
Oh.
Yeah, Scrap Brain has way too many hazards. Case in point. Especially, it has probably one of the most jerkish sections I've ever seen in a final level. Like heck, compared to some of the platforms didn't load. That's odd. They normally load at that point. But yeah, if you're not careful. But yeah, Scrap Brain Zone is definitely probably... For Sonic 1, it's definitely fitting with the final level moniker. And those red and gray platforms, if you're not fast enough going across those, you'll fall straight into the pit and die. Especially with here!
Oh, there it is.
That section of Scrap Brain Zone I always don't like. It's just... You miss your jump and then you fall into the pit. It's actually really hard to get through that one section in one piece safely. Like, you can do that with those red and gray ones, no problem. But this one is a whole nother story. Heck, if anything, I'm gonna try and wait for that flame jet to stop, and then I'm just gonna do this run-up. Hope to...
Somehow glitched through the...
No, what happened was, the turning platforms, they still technically have collision, instead of being, like, full...
Ah, okay.
So what it did was, when it was spinning, it flipped me into the foreground, and I fell through it, because the inside of the foreground doesn't have actual proper collision coating. Because you're not expected to get inside there. Okay, you know what, I'm gonna take this the other methodical method. I'm just gonna take it slow, wait for the flame jet to stop, platforms to stop spinning, and go. Okay. And go. It's kind of treading death there, but okay. Oh, and last new panic in the game. Kind of a little bit late to introduce them, though. Ball hogs. Ow. They're about as annoying as you think they are. But yeah, there's no special ring here. Even if I had 50 rings and got into that special and jumped right there would have been no special ring whatsoever. and Act 2, which also has a different background compared to Act 1. This one...
Leather looks like a face.
I went back. Yeah, that center platform back there does have a face. And Genesis really screwed up with the background in this one, like the GBA version. The background was glitched so bad it looked like it was corrupted. Can I go forward? I'm trying to use these things to build momentum in order to get flung forward. I'm just going backwards. Let me try jumping now. Nope, that's still backwards. It's not just... If I remember correctly, these also returned in Metallic Madness Zone. I think they functioned like slightly different compared to the Scrap Brain versions. No!
The way back.
Scrap Brain. That is I will admit that is a jerk move right there. But then again, this is Eggman's base, so why wouldn't he have jerk moves? All it's just missing is the heat-seeking guided missiles that will just come out of the foreground for no reason and aim at you. I honestly just go underneath that entire thing because that spike ball is really annoying to try and dodge. And okay, I need that shield. I do not care if I'm spending more time trying to go through. I need the shield, especially for crap like this. You've probably never seen this section of Scrap Brain before, have you, Red Scarf?
Probably not actually.
Okay. We're not even. We haven't even seen the big gimmick. One of the big gimmicks about Scrap Brain yet is the saws. Which
I know about those.
I'm surprised we have not seen a single saw blade yet. I thought for a second I was jumping into a bottomless pit, and I was just like, oh crap.
You got a life back, and somehow did not get hit by any of that electricity.
I don't know how I did it, I'll be perfectly honest. Oh, there are the saws. There's also one there's two types. Those kind, and there's mace to the face. There's this little kind that like chase after you, but sadly I don't think we encountered that one at all. In fact, I think we're at the end of the stage. Yeah, we are. Past these 3 spike balls is the end of the stage. That was surprisingly a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be, despite the horrible, horrible beginning.
And now we have a little cutscene.
The only one in Sonic 1 for that matter. Let me through. Let me through. No. And welcome to Labyrinth Zone Act 4. And you know what? No, I'm not spending any more time here. I'm doing a smart move and taking the I'm doing the smart move. I'm taking the shortcut so that way. Ow.
Yeah, you definitely want to take the shorter route through that.
Especially because, I'll kid you not, my first time playing Sonic 1, I actually got a time over on this act. And if you get a time over in a Sonic level, that's saying something, you know, not counting the Barrel of Doom.
Yeah.
Do not jump for those rings down there, that's a fake out. Only jump for these rings. Because this is actually near the end of the stage.
Whereas if you went for the other rings, you'd be coming up to this bit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you fall at all in any of the pits. Okay. Don't care. Go. And good. Let's get... Final zone. As per usual Sonic tradition, no rings for the final boss. And... maybe it's just me, but I honestly find this as the easiest of the Genesis final bosses.
It is actually quite easy once you get the pattern.
Yeah, it's just usually 2 crushers that come out. You know, it is possible for me to hit that pattern when I'm standing over here. I just have to get a good running start and just roll into him as he's going back down. Yeah, it's always 2 pistons and then the set of spark balls. And the spark balls do hit home in on your location the instant they're fired. So if you just stand in one place and then just like roll out of the way at the last second, you should be fine. I recommend just standing over to the left, waiting for them to be fired, and then rolling, run to the right and roll. There is a glitch with this boss. I'm hoping it doesn't happen to me. It's
I know what it is. Yeah,
the hit underflow.
Yeah.
Which as long as it doesn't happen to me, we should be okay. And doink. If I remember correctly,
I think.
Go on.
Yeah, so if I remember correctly, you can also underflow the lives.
Yes, it is possible.
If you die and then get a time over, or get a time over and then die.
I think it's drowning and time over at the same time. I'm not sure. But yeah, like I almost got it there. You saw it. It's just really hard to do. I remember Sonic Jam's easy mode version of the final boss is even more pathetic. Because he only sends up one piston, and surprise, it's the one it's the one he's in. One hack I remember, it was Sonic and Razor. It made this fight ridiculous. It was so ridiculous, it was actually pretty funny. And Eggman's getting away. Nope. Get out of here. And with that, ending of Sonic 1. And because we got all the Chaos Emeralds, we got a little bit of an extended ending. With our powers combined, we just make a whole bunch of flowers appear. Yay! So yeah, that was Sonic 1. Thoughts?
Well, it was a good start to the series. Obviously, it put a lot of the blueprint for the classic era. But with this, when you compare it to Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic Chronicles, it is actually quite a flawed game.
Yeah, especially in terms of level design. I will say, Scrap Brain still has better level design than Metropolis, and I will not back down on that statement.
Yeah, well, Metropolis has some really, really cheap badnik placement.
Cheap badnik placement? The badniks themselves are cheap too. Frickin' slicers. I hate slicers. I hate it with a passion.
Well, slightly plugging something that I've done. If you remember, I did that Lilac and Carol and Sonic 2 fic, where I had Carol absolutely incensed by slicers.
Yeah, I remember. I remember that. That made me laugh. Oh boy. There was just, but yeah, Sonic 1, while good, it's just the later games in the series just paved the way for better stuff, for just better gameplay. I mean, aside from like 3D Blast, but that's a whole nother bag of worms.
Yeah.
Because that's trying to attempt Sonic Donkey Kong style, and well, part of it didn't really work out all that well. But yeah, that's Sonic 1. Good game at the roots, but still has a lot of problems, mainly lacking a spin dash. But yeah, that's it for Sonic 1. In the time of these being recorded, Sonic 2 is already done, and I believe before the sequel is also already done, but when I meet you guys back in the Sonic-verse, we'll be tackling before the sequel. I know. Kind of weird to be doing a fan game on a channel, but it's by technicality, it's next in the chronological timeline, so why not? Alright then. We will see you guys then.